know, there's only one of us each. Don't act like we have more. Don't exist. My name is Jenny.
It's Jennifer. That's on your birth certificate.
Do you have to expose the world? Welcome back, guys. So, it's been too long since my last, my first weight loss journey video. Reasons being are because I've been doing a lot of music and a lot of gigs. That's kind of kept me from filming, and also just because I felt kind of pressured to, not pressured by you guys, just pressure. I was over pressuring myself, you know. I kept thinking I needed to be like slimmer or something to be able to film like an advice video on the whole thing, and it's stupid. It's like insecurities and just things taking over, and it's not fun, and I didn't think I was a suitable role model at the time if I was feeling that way. So I'd rather be in a better mind state and giving you guys advice rather than in that kind of mind state and then telling you all to starve yourselves, which would not be great, so don't do it. Okay, so this video, as promised, is how I lost my first stone. So we're going to basically just get down to it, and I'm going to tell you the story about how I lost my first stone at 21 stone. Okay, so how I lost my first stone. So what I did was, like, you know, like when you're you try and lose weight and you go through phases where you tell everybody, oh, I'm on a diet, I'm going to the gym, I'm losing weight, and really you go to the gym and you do like a really minor workout but you think it's really like hardcore, and then when you leave the gym, like, you might walk down, I used to walk down a hill because our gym is like on top of a hill, and I used to walk down it and I used to think, oh my god, I've walked all the way back from the gym after working out. I'd go and ruin it by eating a McDonald's. And then I wondered why I didn't see any change. A very demotivating thing, even though it's you doing, it's self-caused, is when you try to lose weight and you don't see anything happening quick enough, like as quick as you'd like to. I mean, like, friends can tell you, oh my god, you've lost, you can see it in your face, and if you can't see it, it don't matter. Nothing matters. So I needed to see a difference, and I'd overheard from a friend that her mum had been using Orlistat, which is something that the doctors prescribe. It's like it's a pill, and it basically makes you poop your pants with no control. I went to my doctors and I was just like, oh my god, I've tried everything. I literally just said, I've tried everything and it's not working. Realistically, I didn't try everything, but you know, in my mind I was desperate. I tried everything and it's just not working, and I need these pills I've heard about. So the doctor was like, oh yes, the Orlistats. They basically just make, if you eat anything over a certain amount of fat, like a certain amount of grams or percentage of fat, you will go to the toilet and you will poo. Poop. Shit. All the above. And he also mentioned at the very end, when I was like, yes, I want to do it, and he told me how many, like, I had to take one in front of every meal. He mentioned that, seriously, if you eat over your limit, it will be incontrollable poop. I was like, whatever. Took them, ate what I wanted still, kind of, and yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, one time I pooed my pants. And I know that that's really not sexy, but that is the honest truth. Like, they were that incontrollable that I pooed my pants.
Soiled yourself.
Soiled myself. I soiled myself. That is gross. Anyway, I was on those for a whole month and I'd lost 10 pounds. Super excited, and in my mind I started thinking, oh my god, these pills work, they're amazing. But actually, do not be fooled by all these dietary pills and stuff. I would say that it's all in the mind. Like, what it does is it makes you believe that it's working, but really it's working because you're sticking to what the instructions have told you to do. So it's just crazy how, like, a set of pills can be like, eat less fat, you know, try not to overdo it with the carbs, and these pills will make you lose this amount of weight in this time. But it was just normal standard weight that you would be losing if you cut out anything that was bad for you. So yeah, I came off those pills and I thought to myself, oh, I'm well proud, like, I only was on them for a month and I haven't been addicted, you know. I don't get addicted to things. Same with like smoking, or, okay, I can't even say I don't get addicted to things because obviously I got addicted to food. the pooing scared me. the pooing my pants incident was not fun. Like, I'm not actually going to tell you where I was when it happened. I was in my friend's car and we were on our way. I can't remember where we were on our way to. We were on our way somewhere, but we was far. Like, we was somewhere where there wasn't any toilets or anything. And I just remember being in the car, literally like holding onto the seats like this, and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god, I have no control of this. And my friend was like, don't shit in my car. And I was like, we need to get out, we need to get out. Yeah, and I know this is really, really bad, but there was an alleyway. I'm so gross. Such a lady. There was an alleyway. I'd already pooed my pants at this point, so I just, you know, whatever. I ran into that alleyway and she had to basically guard the exit or the entrance, whichever, whatever, just in case people came. I did the biggest, grossest, oily poo ever. And it's as real as that. I'm just going to name this video Pooing Your Pants. Pooing Your Pants. On a more serious note, that was how I did it. That's not me telling you that that's the option for you and for everybody, but I was desperate, I was young, I was just upset and I wasn't seeing a difference, so I went to my doctors and that is what they prescribed me with. I was absolutely happy. I actually thought I was like, literally, I'm skinny now, I've done it, I'm done. I took pictures of, that's when I took that, the actual picture of me in my underwear, because I thought to myself, oh my god, I look so sexy. But that's because, you can see the smirk in the picture as well, that's because from how big I was, I felt a massive difference. Normally a stone isn't a lot for somebody who's big, not really, like, I was still big, but the fact that I'd lost that stone, I was lighter than I'd ever been or felt. I was so happy that these pills existed. I was like, oh my god, thank you. But at the same time, like, my mind was telling me, like, the same way you can be addicted to food, you'll start getting addicted to these pills. And I had my dad, like, supporting me and my mum, and they were just like, you know, try coming off them, because the doctor actually recommended me to be on them for like a good 3-4 months. But my mum and dad were like, why don't you put them to one side and see if, you know, now you're in this routine of eating healthier and eating 3 meals a day, see how you get on. And what's mad is, like, I was eating more then than I am now, but like, because it was less than what I'd consumed like in the past, like just snacking, like realising like I was always snacking and not remembering what I'd eaten. And that's because you're in such a routine, you're not thinking about the food, you're not thinking guilt, you're not thinking anything, you're just eating. Yeah, that was literally me, like I was just eating. And then when I broke it down and ate properly, I was like, holy shit, is that how much I was eating? For what? Like, I just, comfort eating. Let's talk about this. Why do we comfort eat? I've noticed when I'm happy and at my happiest and I'm not thinking about anything sad or anything, I will eat and just not feel any type of way about it. Like, I won't think, shouldn't have eaten that. I'm just happy. And I think when you're happy, that's it can be a really good mindset if you're surrounded by the right people and good people, but at the same time it's a danger zone. It's a danger zone because if you love food and you know you can gain weight quite quickly and easily, you have to be careful and you do have to remember what you're eating. But at the same time, don't always think about what you're eating, because you're going to be unhappy and it's either going to make you eat more because you're depressed and you're trying to comfort eat, or it's going to make you starve yourself and then you're going to just be unhealthy, and unhealthy is not sexy, ladies. Unhealthy is not sexy. So, I hope you guys found that story interesting. That was kind of like, for me, I always felt a bit scared to almost tell people how I started, because there's two types of people that will be in two different minds about it. So some people might say that I cheated, others will say that, you know, that's great, like that's a really good idea. But I just want to tell you guys how it was for me and how I started, and that is the truth. And I think that's what took me a long time to film this video, because to tell you guys that what started me off initially was pills. Pills is a horrible word. Tablets, medicine. It scared me because I don't want you young girls to be like, I'm going to go to my doctors and blah 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 and get these tablets. And plus you have to be a certain weight as well. So I just want you guys to be careful with what you do and the choices you make, the decisions you make and what you go through. My biggest advice is to just like try different things. Experiment, like you would experiment with makeup, you know, or clothes. Experiment with what you eat. Do 1 week where you're like, oh, I'm gonna have 100 grams of carbs in the morning, and then throughout the day, fruit, veg, protein, meat, you know, and like, I'm not gonna have chocolate this week, I'm gonna cut that out completely this week, and crisps, and then next week change it up and be like, do you know what, I'm gonna have less red meat, more like fish. Just seriously, experiment. Next video, I'm going to actually go through, it's going to be more interesting. I'm going to film a day of what I eat. So the whole day, I'm going to do clips from me getting up and what I eat in the morning now. Almost like a food plan, but it's going to be fun because you're going to see me prepping it as well. Maybe how I feel when I put it in my mouth. Food. I hope this helps, guys. And again, like, can I just say thank you so much for like still supporting and still following and still keeping up to date. Like, I know a lot of you follow me on Instagram, which is AsiaLove100. That's my dad telling my brother to go to bed. It is in fact 11 o'clock at night. It's late. It's very late. Lennon!
Whoa.
Come here quick. Come in quickly.
What's so bright in there?
Just come in quick. Please, just quick. God. I'm sure me. Used to be. What did I used to be? Get down.
No, I don't want to be in the camera.
Just get down. They haven't seen you in ages. They think you're so cute and funny. Come on, down. Lennon, quick. God, sometimes we really have to. We struggle sometimes with this one. Right, really quickly, Brownie. How was it for you seeing me go from how big to how, you know, not big I am now?
Happy.
Oh. Happy.
One word.
Is it more fun now when we go, like, you know, like to
so
Thailand and we play in the swimming pool? How does it feel that I'm now weak and you can beat me up?
Amazing.
Yeah, I bet. It's his favourite part. Right, off to bed.
Oh.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Calm down. Calm down. Remain calm. I promise to be on point with everything now. It's just sometimes I go through like ups and downs myself, because you've got to remember, like, I'm a person, and just because I've lost all this weight doesn't mean that I'm 24/7 like, oh my god, I'm just so skinny now and look at me. It's not about that. It's still about how you feel. And yeah, I'm gonna save that for another video, and we'll talk about my body, how it looks now, like whether I got any excess skin and how I toned it up. Keep an eye out for the next video, which will be like a food day plan and what I eat on a day-to-day basis. Thanks, love you guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, I really, really, really want. I wanna really, really, really want.